Okay, so this is the moment that we've been waiting for. And maybe not you, but this is definitely the moment that I've been waiting for. Because I think I'm gonna say at least 5 years, maybe 6 years, since I started the journey with Blue, I knew that I had to do this. And even more recently, I bought this camera, I'm gonna say in August 2023. Now it's January and I'm just now pulling it out. And I don't know where the fears are coming from. I'm not sure if it's like just me and this camera in my house and me just talking to you all. Or if it's obviously like, what am I gonna look like? What am I gonna sound like? What am I gonna say? Will people care? Will people listen? Will people tune in? I really think just the vulnerability of this whole thing. Again, this is just me. This is just you. And this is me sharing my journey, my story, my own lessons, sacrifices, failures along the way. And it is actually kind of hard for me because for so long, I think I was ashamed of my journey. I always felt like I should be somewhere different. I always thought that I should be further, that I probably should have figured out some things sooner than I actually had. And so it came with the level of shame. It came with the level of embarrassment. It came with the level of just not feeling ready. Not ready to talk, not ready to give, not ready to share with other people. And I started the show, I started the journey with Blue so that I could share these transparent stories so you wouldn't feel like you were alone in this process. And I can say in that I haven't been real. I haven't been true because I've been scared myself to share. But I do know that me sharing is so much bigger than me. It's so much more than just what I've gone through. And I truly believe that it's connected to my purpose. I truly believe that my journey, my leaps, will prayerfully be a light to you along your journey as well, so that you don't have to go through the same failures that I've gone through, so it doesn't take as long as it's taken me, so that you can do this more powerfully than even I have. And so I can't tell you all to take the leaps. I can't tell you all to go on this journey if I'm not willing to do it myself. And so this is this moment, and like I said, I am nervous. I am scared, but I'm so much more excited of what this will be and what I get to give to you all along the way. And like I said, I've known this for 6-7 years now that I needed to do this, and this is the moment. And it's the most perfect moment for me to do this for you all. I've learned so much already, and I have so much to give. And so I'm so excited to welcome you all in this personal, up close and personal journey with Blue as I share my process, and so it may be a light to you. And it's so funny because I was talking to one of my friends on the phone last week, and he was like, Blue, I had to defend your honor the other day. Somebody was asking me, they were like, who is she to do this? Who does she think she is? And of course I'm like, wow, that's so deep, so intense. First of all, that's crazy that I'm that much on someone else's mind, what I'm doing, what I'm creating. So it took me aback. It took me aback for a second. But, when I thought about it, I was like, I've heard that question before of who does she think she is? And the reality is I've asked myself that question more than anybody else. And the conclusion that I've come to is that I'm nobody. I'm just a girl from the east side of Atlanta, born to Michael and Virginia Blue. A girl with some dream, some vision, and on some days I feel like I can't. On some days I feel like I can, and so I do. And some days I feel like I can't. And so I take the small steps that I can, or I give myself the grace to stop. And in that thinking, I realize, but who is somebody but a nobody who decided to go for it? And so that's what this moment is. You may be listening to this in your room, in your office, and you're like, Blue, but who am I to write that book? Who am I to start that community? Who am I to speak? And the reality is, you're nobody until you tell yourself you're somebody. And until you take the leap to actually make it happen and to start the journey. And like I always say, if the dream is given to you, then it's up to you to bring it forth into the world. And so I am taking the leap, and I'm speaking, I'm talking, I'm sharing with you all, and I welcome you all on this journey with me. But I also welcome you to take the leap, to tell yourself yes, to give yourself the permission to go for it. You wouldn't have the dream if you weren't capable of bringing it to life. And so I want to hear from you. Yes, I'll be talking to you all, but I want this to be a conversation. I want to get to know you all just as much as you're going to get to know me in this journey and in this process. So I want to know, what is that thing that you need to give yourself yes, permission to go for it? What's that dream that you just know it's like burning inside you and you just can't shake it? I want to hear. So drop in the comments. You can also connect with me on social media, but let's get connected. Because again, you don't have to do this journey alone. And I'm excited because I am going to commit to showing up at least once a week, okay? Once a week here on my YouTube channel, The Journey with Blue. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'm excited for you to be joining me on the journey. And I'll see you next week. Blue.